How's it going, beautiful brothers and sisters of existence? Magical beings that we all are that somehow exist, whatever that essence ever was. Here we are again, blessed, which is like a word. It's just a word. And we use a lot of words, numbers, and symbols to build our reality that we perceive through our mind, our gifted, intelligent mind that we all have. I don't care what nobody says. You are freaking insane that you exist. It's like, this is what my whole thing is all about. Is I could sit here and I could dwell on my entire existence. Look at all of the bad from the world. Look at all the bad from the people around me. And that would be, and I could let it consume me, right? Or I could look at past relationships, past things that I've done constantly, which we all do. I do it as well. But if I were to just low-key realize that I'm doing that and take those away and just come back into my existent being that I am, and then just like take it from the perception of, okay, I'm able to literally conceive a whole ass reality through my mind. My mind controls a vessel, this body that we have. I have one, you have one. It controls the body. It has the thought. It has the knowledge. So as I'm controlling the body, I'm talking, hearing, breathing, doing all these things all simultaneously, while also encompassing an entire dimension around me, an entire world, an entire realm, whatever you want to call it. We're doing it. You're doing it right now as you look at me through a phone. You know, and I tend to want to let you know that, to me, in my perception alone, you know, you don't have to agree with me. We can agree to disagree on everything. But to me, that is insanely magic. It's insane magic, bro. Like, I can't even put it into words as we've tried to do through time as what we are. We're given all these tools to then try to, it builds it for us, right? And when you really sit back and just look at everything for what it truly is, you'll realize that most people know nothing. They just base their entire world off of what somebody else told them, or somebody else's dream, or somebody else's everything, knowledge, power, everything with these words that we use. Everybody's looking at it differently. It's just that simple. Most people don't realize that, but that is what's happening. You know, you have the two major ones from science and religion. And if you align to one of the other, you know, that's going to build your entire existence. It will be exactly how you see the world. There's nothing wrong with that. My only thing is that I try to say to you, to the gods, and to anything that would ever listen to my words as I speak them, including myself, is the perception that you are doing all of this. Like, yes, have your reality built for you, but realize that you are the one perceiving that reality. Like, you're the one that perceives a science-based world where you take all of the it's not quantifiable. You know, you can't quantify the existence. That's why everything's built on theory. I just want to say that. And I'll say the same thing with religion. You're built off of faith. It's all two words that equate to just building blocks to give you a perception of reality. And I just want to say that. There's nothing wrong with that. It's beautiful. If you find it beautiful in your way and you live in your world and you perceive your world with like some type of like value within yourself of it, dude, then you're winning. You are winning. When you wake up every day and you sense that you exist, and you sense that you're breathing, and you sense that you can do all these insane things that you do, from navigating to speaking to hearing to being able to do all of what we do as the being that we are. You do it. Equate that to value for you, because it is value. It's the most important value in the world to me. I'm the being that conceives everything that I perceive, right? Everything that I want to perceive, I'm perceiving it. So like if I perceive anything in this room, I'm doing it. As is whatever room you're in right now. If you're in a room, you're doing the same thing instantaneously as you're watching this video, listening to me, having thoughts. You're also perceiving an entire dimension around you at the same exact time. I hope that you can understand that and realize that that is magic and that is power. And you are the being that does it because you are a powerful, magical being of existence. If you listen to what I'm saying and you oppose it, I have no issue. I understand. You don't want to feel this way, or you don't want to think this way for some reason. There's something inside you that won't allow you to look at how insanely gifted and powerful that is, no matter what way you see reality, from simulation, from matrix, from science, evolution, from God creating us, which to me, intelligently designed in some aspect, because we design entire things around it. I'm in a building, for instance. We designed it. I look at that. You can look at it from evolution too. I'm just saying that's how I look at it. When I speak out loud, I'm not just speaking to myself, to you. I'm speaking to like the entire thing that's going on. Low key, I feel it. Speaking to God and everything that is happening all at once. And I feel that, I could be wrong. It's just my perception, guys. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's got their own. And I just really just, it's everything to me to try and explain to somebody that doesn't see it this way, that it's not a bad way. It's completely true to me. I am a being that is doing all this. If I equate my entire reality down to I need to find love and I don't have love, then I'm gonna be upset. I'm gonna be in some type of lower mind, lower vibration, lower feeling of what I am. But realistically, if I give that same thing that I want so much for some other being and give it to me, well, guess what? I'm winning. There's no loss in that. And that's true to me. But you don't have to agree. If you think that this whole thing is about finding another person or getting $1 million or freaking having a house, having a children, all these things are beautiful. I'm not ever going to deny you. But to me, I'm the vessel. You're the vessel. Right now, I'm 30 years old, right? I've had love. I've had the experience of love. It's nice. It's just an additive to what the beingness of me, as it was for the being that I was with, we're adding to each other's cups. And obviously it doesn't always work out. And obviously, we can actually detriment each other by how we treat each other with our energy and with our emotions, okay? And I just want y'all to know that you don't have to have any of these things around you. As soon as you woke up this morning, to me, you're winning. You're powerful. You woke up and you're just doing this thing that you're just doing inside this thing. And that is incredible to me. That's why it's like, it takes so much work on the vessel, on the self, on the internal, to get to a certain level of thought about these things. Heartache, heartbreak, pain, judging yourself based upon society, judging yourself in general. Not only that, but then you have society and the craziness that's going on all around us, the information that we get, the opposition all the time, the opposing thoughts that we all have for each other, based upon races and religions and politics and all these things that we do to each other. All I'm saying is if you just take all these words that I just said, which they're beautiful, if you want to be if you're a being that likes to always be opposing other beings, then I get you. That's not negative. You like that. That's what you like. It's not a negative. For me, it's so much inner chaos and mental chaos to try and constantly feel like I'm right or wrong about the subjective reality that we live in, because it is. No matter what you say, it's subjective, dude. I promise you. And to me, it's just not worth the anguish inside. It's not. And so, I try to And on this channel, I try to tell people, the true value is you. It's, to me, it's nothing. It's obvious. If I'm the being, I'm gonna use my own self. If I'm the being right now, and I'm perceiving all these things around me, and I'm having thoughts, and I'm, doing everything all at once in this current moment in time right now, what is the value here? If I think of future or if I think of past, then I'm taking away the value of right now in the moment that I'm currently in, which is me, and in my internals, surrounded by other beautiful beings of existence. And yeah, we may have different thoughts and different opinions on things, but that's the magic. Your magic. That's how powerful your mind is. That you can listen to me right now, have an opposing thought, and do all of what you're doing all in the moment right now. Or you can listen to me, agree with everything I'm saying, all in one moment. You see? To me, that's incredible. There is no society without you or any of us existing, There is no love without the being to give the love to the other being, right? There's nothing. Literally, I can give you any word ever. If you don't exist to do it, to perceive it, then there's nothing for you. There's nothing, there's no consciousness, there's nothing. You're just, which is fine. And some people think of that, and they think of that as a beautiful thing because they don't have to exist, because they don't really like their current existence. But they don't really understand, in my opinion, how powerful it is to exist. No matter what I tell you, if you don't agree with existence being powerful and magical, then you're not going to agree with me, and that's okay. And I love you still. Ain't no issue, ain't nothing wrong with that. If you want to be the negative aspects of life, or you want to inflict chaos or manipulation on people, by all means, man. If it makes you happy, then do it. That's why I've gotten to this point with everything, from how it feels that certain entities don't really care about us, and certain things want to split everybody apart. It seems that I can't change people's minds. I can't show them these things. They have to do it for themselves. All I can do is tell you that we are very, very magical and very powerful. And if we just all realize that together, we could have literally like a utopia that is undeniable to me. And some people think that the current state of the world is just fine, and maybe it is. I'm not saying that it's not. It's all dependent upon you to see it how you see it, and me to see how I see it. I don't worry about shit anymore. I don't need a significant other. I don't need a house. I don't need these things that everybody claims that they need. But then again, I'm a single man, so that's why I say it this way. I do think that the way that the system is ran is not the best for the beings that we are, but that's just an opinion. That's just a perception, And I don't want to have to argue with nobody. If you think it's perfectly great and fine, then I feel you, more power to you. It's nothing, I don't have to oppose you. I got you. I feel you. Because I understand that it's just really pointless at this point to try and argue with somebody about how they perceive reality. But one thing that I would love to just really get to the psyche of you, to the subconscious part of whoever's watching this video, when I tell you that you're powerful, I mean it. There's nothing more powerful than you on this plane of existence than you. You're the only thing that even perceives what you're perceiving. You are the one that has the mind that can conceive the reality, that can conceive the thought, that can conceive anything. You're perceiving every single thing all the time. It's incredible, dude. When you walk out of a door and leave a room like this, see, let's just, right now, I'm perceiving the room, but you see the window behind me? I'm perceiving the outside because I know exactly what it looks like, and I can just perceive all of it, encompass all of it at one time. Isn't that insane? Am I alone here with this? To me, that's fucking crazy, dude. If you don't want to look at yourself in a better light, if you like the negative, if you like all these things, that if you want to keep putting yourself down and not ever giving yourself power, I can't argue with you. Do your thing, baby. I'm not tripping on you. But for somebody that would rather look at it the other way, more along the lines of positivity, and your perception is more along the lines of grace and a care for what you are and the people around you, and how can I, for someone like me, how come I can watch a person, another being that's just like me, sing, with an angelic voice that soothes my inners, soothes my soul, my spirit. And it's just like, damn, I'm blessed to even be able to hear you. Or someone that can dance, any of the talents ever. Okay, we all are specially created, in my opinion, with special talents and special gifts. And then we can use them to help each other. That's how I see it. But we've been not doing that as much lately, it feels like. Maybe I'm just tripping. My perception is off. I don't know. When I look at the state of the world, when I look at wars, and when I look at things that are just absolutely dumb to me, I have to let my emotions gloss over it and flow like water, because I just realize beyond that, I get to experience beautiful beings anyways, no matter what. And then if a moment in time this was all taken from us, realize how special it was to even have any moment in time. You feel me? Like, you can't fear anything. You can't fear death. You can't fear nothing, because what is fear? It's something that you're allowing your own self to feel. I don't do that no more. I try my best to not do it. I'm not a fearless person, you know. I try to act like I am, but I know that I am very strong-willed and very strong in my emotions, because I've had to in my life to get to this current state of my vessel, of my being, you know? And I'm telling you, we all can't. I don't ever put myself above the other beings and say that I'm this special, great thing and I'm chosen by God. No, you're chosen just as I am chosen, just as anybody is chosen the moment they took their first breath. But then we have groups of individuals, of people that come together, and then they say that they're these chosen things. And it's like, okay, maybe you are. I'm not here to denounce you, but I just look at it differently, right? I know that I blabber and I go down different paths of things as I speak, because my mind catches on to things, and I feel like I have to explain things in depth this way or in depth this way, and I am sorry for that. It can be a lot to take in at one time, but I do it for us. I do it for God. I do it because I care about us tremendously. In a world that I conceive, low-key, the world that I perceive, I use conceive, perceive, I use words, all these different words that I use. The world that I perceive right now is beautiful. When I look around, I go and I see the trees outside and the way that they're changing colors, it's undeniable that was a gift to us. When I look at the stars, a gift to us. When the water comes from the sky, that's a gift to us. Seeds, gifts. That's how I see it all, as a blessing, designed and perfectly by some immense power that I can't even fathom, but I was given so much power, as were you. And that's how I see it. And so with all the chaos around us, I just come back into that feeling of, well, it is what it is, man. No matter whatever happens, I got to say my piece to the camera, send it out to the ethers, and maybe somebody might see it one day, and who knows, it's all for them to internalize what they are, which is so much more powerful than they've ever been told. If you chase all these things around you, it's gonna be hard to feel it. But if you feel it and then obtain these things, it's just gonna overflow your cup. The Bible tells you your cup is already filled because you exist. You put anything else in that cup, it's gonna overflow. Your experience is full to the brim. And how you're choosing to think in your mind and out of your soul is going to dictate your entire perception of reality. That is everything to me. And I'm telling you guys, no matter what happens in this world, the fact that you had one moment in time was everything. I love you guys.